like a phone for kids.
No, leave it, leave it, leave it. I said leave it. It's a court of law. I'm under trial. I'm under trial and I have to speak. I'm under trial and I have to speak. Listen to me, please. I'm under trial. I'm under trial. I'm under trial and I must address the court. Please. Wait. No, listen to me. Please. The judge must listen to me. No. Wait. I'm asking a very simple question. No. Wait. Please. Look, this is Supreme Court. Wait, hold on. This is Supreme Court here. Hold on a second. Hold on. I said hold on. Please. May I inquire? This is not a court of law. It's not a court of law. What you're doing is not law. You don't know the law. Show me. I said show me where you have the right to waive my right to final address. Show me. It's what the Constitution says. Show me.
ISIS will enter the zoo and Chad unless, and this is from an Islamic people. As I told you before, anything you hear on Radio Biafra is correct. I told you on this platform that they will come for you. You see, let me tell you one thing that people don't know because you don't know history. I forgive some of you because in your schools in the zoo, they don't teach you anything. I want some people to actually go and sit down and study the history of Israel. Islam is the only religion that has never stopped growing.
Show me, you cannot show me. I am a judge. You claim you're a judge. You don't know law. You don't know law. Nonsense. Where is the final written address? Where is it? Which law gave you the right to waive my final written address? Which law gave you that right? Nonsense. You think I try this with you? You try with me? You are mad. What's this one doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Ask me what are you doing here? This is the idiot that attacked me. This is the fool that attacked me. That's the idiot that attacked me. That's the fool. Don't touch me, don't push me. I'm going, don't touch me. I'm warning you, don't touch me. I'm warning you, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I said, don't touch me. Don't. Smart people. You don't know law. Show me where it says you can wear my right final address. Show me the law. Show me the law. I want to show me the law. You don't know law. They are remoting you. You are writing rubbish. Show me the law. Unaddressed affidavit. You say you put it. Are you doing their job for them? God will punish you now and forever. Any judgment, let it be on record. Any judgment in this court is. So for how long will this evil keep going? Go everywhere in Nigeria, people are dying. Terrorists are killing people. Did Mazen Namdekano kill anyone? The answer is no. So what is he doing in detention? It's an act of evil. Attack against Mazen Namdekano is an attack against the Igbos and innocent people of this country. What Mazen Namdekano is facing is persecution and persecution. He has said this repeatedly. You cannot try a man without a written law. He has only simply asked the judge and the prosecution team to provide him with that section of the law that says you can try him. You cannot try a man under a repealed law. That would not work. It looks as if there is a grand conspiracy to jail Mazen Namdekano. How can you jail a man who has done nothing? How can you jail a man that don't have any evidence to present before the court? It's a conspiracy. It looks as if there is a war between Igbos and Yorubas. Bear in mind that this very problem was inherited by President Ahmed Tinubu. They shouldn't make us look as if we're unapproachable. I reserve so many things, but the days in which to come by will determine the exact direction we have to follow. But I want to make this clear to each and every one of you. Namdekano is not a terrorist, and they have done nothing to prove that he's a terrorist. Since 2016, this case began. From pillar to post, this same very situation was with my parents. In 2017, they could not survive the trauma of Operation Python dance. What is he asking for? Justice and equity. That's all he stands for. It's not against anybody in particular. Mazen Namdekano has come to court today to make it clear to the court that he has told the judge that he has no constitutional power to try him. Ab initio, the court lacks conviction. Even from the Supreme Court, they made a mess of this case by remitting the same case back to Federal High Court. That is called double jeopardy in law. You cannot throw a man who has been discharged and still refer the same case back to back to Federal High Court. What for? If they had brought in new charges, perhaps we'll understand.
But how would you explain the outburst in court?
It's a natural thing to happen because a motor show is not willing to listen, is not willing to obey the Constitution, is not willing to obey the Supreme Court orders. So what is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu doing in court in the first place?
But you and I know that Justice Omotosho has given Nnamdi Kanu several periods to open his defense. And today he's opening his defense.
No, he did not. He came today for ruling. And you know, let me make this clear to you. By cross-examining those witnesses that came to court, he has opened his defense. So Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should be allowed to go for his final written address. And the very judge does not want to allow him to do that. In the interest of fairness, he should allow him to do so. He said he's proceeding to go and rule. That's what he said today.
But the judge said that in other proceedings that happened before, Nnamdi Kanu said the same thing to his former lawyer. And he's still saying the same thing. That is the ruling of the judge.
But Mazen Nnamdi has the final right for his written address. Is that correct?
But this I don't want to be confrontational.
Yeah.
But this same issue has been raised in the past. And it was dismissed.
And when you have had issues in front of law, what do you do? What do you do? They phrase the issue the way they want to phrase it. If they are to go by the constitution of this country, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu wouldn't even be in jail in the first place. But you need to understand. I think you and I have followed this case from the beginning up until now. Tell me one single evidence to convict Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Everything is based on hearsay. Nnamdi Kanu made a broadcast in London which was monitored in Nigeria. Specific place they cannot identify it. Then they moved from that charge and said he made broadcasts somewhere around the world. Where is it in the world which was monitored in Nigeria? They couldn't establish that. Now, a few days ago, the prosecution came back and said, oh, you made a broadcast in Nigeria. Where is it made exactly? He must have to tell the court. But they are unable to provide all these information because they don't have it. Also bear in mind that the witnesses they showcase in court, they are missionaries. They are missionaries. And that is why we have filed for perjury today at the magistrate court. They will say, so for how long will this evil keep going? Go everywhere in Nigeria, people are dying. Terrorists are killing people. Did Mazen Nnamdi Kanu kill anyone? The answer is no. So what is he doing in detention? It's an act of evil. Attack against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is attack against the Igbos and the innocent people of this country. Those who believe in fairness and equity should rise up now, not tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We just heard from the father of Nnamdi Kanu, that's the person of Emmanuel Kanu.
I mean, anybody in Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's shoes will have that outpost. Of course he is. I mean, what else can he do? What else can he say? If he is not allowed to exercise his fundamental human right, what else? You try to protest in the best way or in any way you can. I mean, I've witnessed these proceedings on 2 occasions, and I am so disappointed. And in fact, Nigeria should arrive because I think we are at war with the judiciary. Not just Nnamdi Kanu's case. If you look at the judgments and counter judgments of the judiciary, I mean, it's alarming. It's destroying this country. Remember.
But let me go. The judge is saying that some of these issues that Nnamdi Kanu is raising has been raised in the past and has been addressed. The judge is saying that Nnamdi Kanu was given ample time to open his defense, which is declined severally. That is the position of the judge. What do you make of this?
Now, the point is that not that he declined. He opened his defense by cross-examining the witnesses. But what he's saying is that he has nothing to defend because even the law at which they are trying him does not exist. That they are trying him on a repealed law. So there's nothing to defend there. Not that, I mean, in cases where he has to do something in terms of defending himself, like cross-examining the witnesses, he did. But when you now ask somebody to defend something that does not exist, he will tell you that there is nothing to defend there. I think that is the message Nnamdi Kanu is trying to pass. The point is that for the judiciary, they felt they have a right as a judge because the final say lies on the table of the judge. So you can say whatever you like. That's what is happening now. And that is what we've been witnessing in this country for some time now. Okay, the judges are abusing their rights. The judiciary is abusing the law itself. You can't make a law and go against your law. Now, you use one judgment for a particular person and use another. You are messing the judicial system. So that's what Nnamdi Kanu is protesting because it's like he is helpless. So the only thing he can, what he's saying, allow me move my final address. that it is his right. That's the outburst. Because when they say there's an outburst, what is the outburst? The outburst is that, allow me, it is my fundamental human right. It is my fundamental human right that I move my final address. That is the outburst. And the judge is saying no. Now, what Nnamdi Kanu is trying to say is that the fact that you are a judge does not give you the right to go against the law that put you there. The judges, even though you are a judge and in any court you sit, you have the final say. But something gave you the power to have that final say. You cannot go against the law that gave you the power to sit in the court and pass judgment. So that's the outburst. That's what Nnamdi Kanu is challenging right now.
Is this a tribal issue? Because Kanu's brother is saying the Yorubas are against the Igbo. Are you supporting?
Exactly. In fact, I made mention it in court. It's like the Yoruba nation and the Igbo nation are at war with each other. If you look at what is happening, you look at a government that will engage terrorists, the original terrorists that have killed before, and they say that they are now repentant. I mean, terrorists that will come out in broad daylight and claim responsibility for deaths, and they say they have forgiven them. Now, to worsen the whole thing, they say they have rehabilitated them and poured them into the Nigerian military. And how can the insecurity stop? Now, Nnamdi Kanu, go and listen to all the broadcasts of Nnamdi Kanu from 2014 till now. Everything that young man said is happening now. It's like they have a pre-information of what is going to happen, and they were just giving it out. Now, what is the charges, the terrorism charges that are carrying out against Nnamdi Kanu? Kanu told people, number one, during the NSAS, when the militaries were shooting at people at a toll gate, he said, defend yourself. He is not the first person that has said something like that. So the terrorism, he is a terrorist because he said, people, if the militaries are shooting at you, find a way and defend yourself and kill them too. That is the basis of the terrorism. Now, but people that have carried out terrorism, killed, like the general that was killed, somebody have taken responsibility. IPOP have never taken responsibility for any crime. In fact, what they keep saying is that we are not responsible. Nigerian security, do your job. In fact, they went as far as, in order to blackmail IPOP, did you know that the federal government engaged a Muslim jihadist in the person of Asedi Kibo to go and guide Southeast? Did you know that the federal they broke a jail in Imo State, carried all the criminals, handed them over to Asedi Kibo? He recruited them and poured them in Imo State. Did you know that the Bubago outfit is the outfit that the federal government used to carry out jihad in Imo State? And now what they were doing is that when they caged the media in Imo State, because when I confronted the media, why don't you report what is happening? They said they are caged, that they will only wait until the police release their report. It is based on the police report that they will write their own report. They caged it. They will perpetrate this act. The next thing you will hear is IPOP. Now, who are these IPOP? You say IPOP. IPOP say it is not us. Why don't you take time and investigate? It never happened. Do you know that in the East today, if anybody killed, they don't carry out investigation? So all they did is to do that to set Nnamdi Kanu up to kill him. Let me tell you, Nnamdi Kanu is the only one man after Otuku that Igbos are rallying around, have seen as a leader. So they don't want that to happen. And well, we don't know what they plan to do, but we are watching. We know what they want to do.
Thank you so much. Your name, ma?
My name is Lolo Neka Chimeze. I'm the president of Igbo Women Assembly.
Thank you.